Whole time people did have one word for say you done near me and you got full your ass cock so you can chat fat. And obviously as Jamaicans, anytime you come on to talking fat, a duppy we always find ourselves to talk about. So I really and truly want to get this debate going because in Jamaica we say believe kill and believe cure, right? There are some people who believe that they exist and there are some people who believe that they don't exist. There are people who have had personal encounters with ghosts or duppy or whatever, and then there are other people who say foolishness, and you have the people them like me who kind of sort of in the middle, really, where me never ever have one encounter per se, but I am almost convinced that if it not go so, it near go so. So Miss Pearlie did talk the story of when she did get taken away by duppy when she a little bit a girl. And the duppy carrier go under one cave run at the back there. So and she said, all them a look and all them a call for Pearlie. She a look pan them, a look fear, and she can't utter one word out of her mouth. No. Personally, on one level, you don't want to say, boy, a foolishness. But on the other level, you say, why a big man would insist on talking a story where she make up? Is it that she would have had such a vivid imagination that it came to life so much in her mind that she thought this a story throughout her lifetime, tell our children and our grandchildren. You know, she said people even come at the stone and look under there and see her and gone and I call Pearlie same way. Me no know. Miss Pearlie also taught the story of having an encounter with a rolling calf. Again, who is me? You know, if you tell a woman say, you know, after she attack, she say she have her saucepan and go up a whoever shop go buy herring. Because them time them never have scannel bag, them always have saucepan. She walk along the little track in the hours of evening, you know, when it a brown dust. We don't know if brown dust is a term that the rest of the island is familiar with. But in St. Elizabeth, when you have day and night apart, when it kind of start to dust up, we call that the time of the day, brown dust. So she said she see ball of fire and Cynthia roll and tumble come down and Cynthia should have to take up herself out of the road dash over and the maca to make the something pass again. Who am I to say that this is something that you did not experience? So I want to hear from the people them in the comments. I want to hear from you. Do you believe not? Have you had a personal encounter? Was it your imagination you get carried away with? Me no know. I'm trying to find out. I've never had an encounter. The closest experience with them is in my dream. You know, say you can't count on dream really. But the truth of the matter is that a lot of things that people used to interpret as ghosts was really and truly sometimes even illness. Because for people who had early onset dementia and Alzheimer's and them something there, we used to wonder where and something. One of the things that people were quick to say is that duppy take them way. You understand? You know, and then find them a hit rotten wood and all kind of something. You know, and people have all kind of convictions. For people who were stuck in a particular phase in their life and started to talk about things relative to that stage of their life before they die, one of the things where the biggest St. Elizabeth, I don't know if it did happen at the rest of the island, is that they did a confess. You understand? Them always say people confess before them dead. So all who walk up upon people picnic and all who turn down who and who write who for name on parchment paper, who bury who for picnic name on paper in a burying ground, you know. So a lot of these neurological issues, a lot of brain issues now translate into either duppy or confession, you know, type of thing. But let me hear what you have to say about it. What has your experience been? And then what has your experience also been with this thing with them called Dillarance? Again, me don't know much about it. But I know that the experience that my neighbors had in Rosal, St. Elizabeth, was a real experience where fire catch spontaneously, rock stone a fling pan house top, furniture a fling down, things that dash where all sorts of things. I didn't witness this personally, but I think even CVM went there and journalists, you know, witnessed certain things happening at the home. And the people who are from the area, who are familiar, can also chime in and let us know, you know, what your experience was like where that is concerned. But want to know about the duppy something, want to know about the spirit something, want to know about the Dillarance something. Them something that actually real, or is it a figment of our imagination? Tell us.